how to get out of Babylon. My umpteenth video here. I need to get some sleep. And I don't need to be woken up in the morning. So if someone gets up in the morning and watches this, don't wake me up. Because I will be living outside if it does happen. Okay. Homeopathics. Cheap, inexpensive, effective ways to do health care and provide for alternative health modalities. Shit hits the fan. This is, bar none, there is, I'm going to say, no other healthcare system as inexpensive as homeopathics. Okay? I worded that very carefully. I could rethink it, and I don't think I would change a single word of it. What you have in this kit is 36 vials with remedies. Now, let me explain. Okay? It's a cool little kit, I've told you before, but these vials are the size of coincidentally, a 45 long Colt gun cartridge. If you know what a 45 long Colt does, that's about the exact same size with the bullet and all. That's the size of your shell, and that's the size of your bullet. It'll fit in a reloading box. Instead of having 36 in this thing, and this isn't, you know, it's not like they're wasting any space here. But, well, okay, the wasted space here is the foam padding. There's foam in this side and there's foam in this side. So a case is just using the wall of, you know, it's like a plastic wall of the casing. About that thickness. You know, just enough to get in there. In fact, guys usually have to have a Leatherman tool to get them out because they're that close together. You cannot hardly get your fingers in there. Normally, if I'm in a hurry, I will just take and grab the first one here. That lets me get the second one. Put that one back. Work my way over. My friend John always has a Leatherman on him that I bought for him. And I should have one. I do have one, but it's an antique. It's the old one. It's totally unsafe. I'd love to get one someday again. He got the C-clip kind. I found it on eBay. There's like they don't make them anymore, but they have a clip. Well, a lot of things have clips these days. Anyway, but let me get back to my bunny trails. No, let me get back to the topic here. 100 remedies in a bullet box that is about that wide, square, okay? 100 remedies in a box that big and not much deeper than that. A little bit taller because they're going to be in their vertical instead of laying on their side. So just get you an idea here. So with the width of the material, okay, so that's going to be sitting in there about like that. So the box is going to be about that deep. Look at a box. Order one. Imagine 100 remedies in there. Now, what I want to get across to you is this. Take it back out again. Let me see here. Let me just give you a few examples. Your most awesome digest, to me, the basic one, Arnica montana. It's an herb. It's a flower. And it is, you know, that's what the remedy's made from. Very healing. One time we were at a gathering, a Sunday, it was a church thing, and there was a brick laying there. And one little kid picked up the brick and walked over to another kid and smacked him in the head with it. It hurt the kid, you know. You couldn't blame him for crying. He was howling in terror. He was afraid, he was frightened, he was, you know, traumatized, and we watched the lump, you know, the quintessential golf ball lump. Gave him 1 pellet of Arnica montana. It works on frequency. Scientific. Look up Jacques Benaviste. He proved that he wasn't really trying to prove anything for homeopathics, but he proved that water holds memory. They would have used water for computers if they could figure out how to, keep it from freezing and stuff. Water holds memory. Look up Masaru Emoto. You take a vial of water and write hate on it, and look it under a microscope, like freeze it, and it's ugly looking. You write love, beautiful, snowflake looking thing. So water has memory. Drugs, flush drugs, illegal drugs, legal drugs, pollutants, cleaners, Drano, the water you're drinking. If you're living in a big city, your water has that memory, those memories in it. So my point is that these vials from this company these are huge pellets. Huge pellets. They're huge. They're huge. The pellets that we use are these are half-gram bottles, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, hundreds of them in there. There's other sizes, I'm saying, that you can get that are much, much, much smaller, much more, space efficient. You got about 30 or 40, maximum 50 little beads in there, and you got to get more. You got to replace that. Well, most people buy another bottle. Don't have to. I've said it before, I'll say it again, pal. I've heard it before, pal. You know what? It's in here. This is so flipping... Okay. Apis, bugs, apiary, bees, any bug bite. Chigger bites, my gosh, you get chigger bite and you be scratching, and it starts bleeding, and you scratch, and it scratch, and it just gets worse and worse. And your ankles are all bloody. One year I took Apis as prophylactic preventative, and I've said this before, but I'd reach down and I'd go, slight itch, not really irritating, not like when they get bad. And it was already healed. It was scabbed over. When I first felt it, it was scabbed over. So arnica is a cool one. Aconite is like arnica of the eye. The first one up there is that's for eyes, or any. It's also for shock, trauma. So it's one of the main remedies you give somebody if they got hurt, like the kid. They would have given them aconite. Ignatia is for sorrow. Just a couple other here is arnica, arsenicum. Rhus tox is the Rhus toxidendrum is poison ivy. So if you don't want to have poison ivy reactions, take that ahead of time. Okay, it'll prevent it. Should prevent it. Rhus tox. That is the genus and species of poison ivy. Which, by the way, if anybody's watching this and they're coming over, there's a big stump outside. I don't know what it was, but there's leaves of 3, let them be. That's a nice, beautiful, red, oily looking leaves. Real good crop of them there. So for somebody that might be allergic to poison ivy or have irritated by it, I would advise you stay away from it. I just eat the stuff. Rutagraveolens, that's for damaged muscles and stuff, tendons. Oh, what was the other? Yeah, here it is. Oh, this is amazing that this is in here. I didn't know. This is very cool that they put it in here. Lachesis. Snake, South America. One time and one time only in all of human history did someone go down there and catch one of these buggers. They're poisonous. You get bit. You might have time to say goodbye, tell my wife I love her, and you're dead. 3 steps. It's one of them quintessential. They call it the three-step snake because you take 3 steps and you're dead. Anyway, they went down there, paid bearers to go, or guys go out and get one. They got it. They beat it up. It wasn't Hahnemann, but Christian. Anyway, I don't remember. I'll look up the name, but he gets it on his hands. He starts dying. His wife's writing down the symptoms, so they're both very excited because he's proving the symptoms for this snake. From that day to this, every single lachesis snake remedy around this earth, and it is a miraculous, powerful. It's an Ebola Zaire remedy, because what are the symptoms of Ebola Zaire? Profusive bleeding from all orifices and openings of the body: nose, mouth, eyes, ears, rectum, penis. You die, you hemorrhage, you're bleeding. Lachesis, that's what the snake does to you. Bothrops, another one, a poisonous snake. Crotalus horridus, rattlesnake. Those are the remedies for Ebola Zaire. Ebola Zaire, I've said it before. Bioengineered disease, most likely. That's the remedy for it. So, do you think it might be an important remedy to have? There's remedies for chemtrails. There's remedies for nuclear, waste. The Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, there's a remedy that has all of those things in it. The pollutants. Lead when I got bit by the dog. Everybody said, get a tetanus shot. And I'm like, no, I've never had a tetanus shot in my life. I'll never get a tetanus shot. I might have got one when I was a little kid, but I don't remember. So, lead little kid, pitchfork, jumped off the hayloft into the hay. Pitchfork went right in alongside his eye, penetrated quite a ways, didn't kill him. Lead kid was fine, healed up great, survived, no problems, no infection, no nothing. Lead is way, way better than tetanus shot. And colloidal silver will kill diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. I've said it before. Adolf Searle, founder of Searle Pharmaceutical Laboratory, Adolf Searle stated, quote unquote, that colloidal silver will protect a rabbit from 10 times the lethal dose of pertussis, tetanus, diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus, DPT. Diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. This is Jerry Diamond, How to Get Out of Babylon. I got to wrap this one up. But if y'all will get together on this, I can make a whole bunch of these kits. Anybody that wants one. Well, I could duplicate this one, but I wouldn't do it with this box. I would get the gun box, and it would be 50. I'd do 50 remedies in it instead of 36. 50 round box, which is about that big, half of the 100, obviously. So we can make those. I can make them. So if you want to do that, give me your email. Tell me you're interested. 100 remedy kit, about $150. Maybe a little bit more, but because I don't have one, I got to get one to start with, so that would be part of the deal. I would work something out where it's fair for everybody. If everybody that invests, if you have enough, you want to get a 100 remedy kit. If you want to get a 50 remedy kit, if you want to get there's 29. This is a 36, which I like this one. It's compact, it's convenient, it's nice. Talk about something that you really, really need. I mean, every problem in the world physically can be dealt with homeopathy virtually. During the Spanish influenza, another probably bioengineered disease from Fort Detrick, they inoculated the soldiers at Fort Riley with it, supposedly, as the story goes, went worldwide, killed, 50 million people worldwide, okay? 80% of the people treated by standard allopathic medicine died. 80% treatment rate, dead. 80% of those treated by homeopathic physicians lived. Which would you rather do? Drugs, pharmakia, that Revelation says very clearly is witchcraft, poisoning. Do you want to poison your body to try to cure it and be damned? It's not advisable, let's put it that way. So yes, sometimes we have to do it, in different situations. I understand that. But as a rule of thumb, you could avoid it totally in many cases with homeopathy. So I would suggest that. I'm going to probably come back to that off and on over the, course of time. So if you want to do that, let me know. We can put together, I don't care, 3 people could do it. 4, 5, 10, 100, doesn't make any difference. If you want to pitch in something, on a regular basis, do that. Every month, do something, and I can use it and accumulate stuff. I'll do it. I've done 4 semi-loads of sea salt, and everybody I had one problem, with the deal, but, the people that sold it just totally screwed me. Well, 2 of them did. Both of them did. Anyway, yeah, not everybody out there is honest. So anyway, that's it. I'm done with this one. Thank you. If you want to do that, let me know. All right, this is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. And I'm really tired. I think I better just can it for the rest of the night. Good night. Bye-bye. Pray for me. I need it really bad.